For thousands of years, Maltese dogs have been stealing the hearts of dog enthusiasts with their adorable looks and playful personalities. But where did these tiny little charmers come from? Were they companions to ancient pharaohs, lap warmers for Roman emperors, or maybe they even inspired the Greek myths of lapdogs carried by gods? The truth is, the Maltese have a rich history that's as fascinating as their flowing fur. Join us on a journey as we uncover the secrets of the Maltese, from their mysterious origins to their pampered lives in palaces. We'll meet some famous Maltese dogs throughout history, from loyal companions to tragic heroes, and explore what makes the breed so special. For now, let's begin with the mysterious origins of the Maltese dog. The Maltese dog's journey spans across an astonishing 3,000 years, yet its origins still remain a subject of debate. Some suggest connections to the Spitz-type breeds from Sweden, while others argue they are the descendants of the Tibetan Terrier from ancient Asia. But regardless of its origins, the Maltese has been known to find its home on the picturesque island of Malta near Italy. They used to be much bigger, but over time, they got smaller and ended up with that beautiful white fur we all love. And you might have figured out, the name Maltese comes from Malta. It's believed that the small white lapdog we now know as the Maltese was brought to Malta by the Phoenicians, who were dominant in the Mediterranean before the Greek era. Historians have proposed various theories about the Maltese's origin, suggesting locations ranging from Egypt to the Alps. When it comes to the Maltese's ancestry, scholars often mention terriers, spaniels, and even Spitz breeds as possible predecessors. However, many enthusiasts argue that the Maltese is native to Malta, representing its own distinct type and influencing the development of even other various dog breeds. Maltese dogs in ancient times. Back in ancient Greece and Rome, Maltese dogs were like celebrities. Greek artists and writers admired their cute looks and drew them on special pottery, like the ones discovered in Vulci around 500 BC. Even Aristotle, the famous Greek philosopher, praised their perfect shape despite their small size. These dogs had different names back then, like the Roman lady's dog and the Maltese lion dog. It's cool to know that Malta used to be called Melita, and the Maltese dog was linked to this name for a while. When the Romans ruled, rich people loved Maltese dogs. They carried them around to show off their wealth and style. Noble women especially liked having their cute Roman lady's dog as a fancy accessory. But Maltese dogs were more than just fashionable pets. They were loyal companions too. In Roman stories and poems, they were heroes of loyalty. Some people think the word fido, which means trust in Latin, was inspired by a Maltese dog. In the ancient Roman world, Maltese dogs were not just pets, they were legendary companions. Take, for instance, the story of Saint Paul, a pivotal figure in early Christianity. According to biblical accounts, Paul found himself shipwrecked on the shores of Malta, where he performed a miraculous healing for the father of Publius, the island's Roman governor. Grateful for Paul's intervention, Publius presented him with a Maltese dog as a token of appreciation. This tale not only highlights the bond between humans and their faithful canine friends, but also suggests the esteemed status of Maltese dogs in ancient times. Even Emperor Claudius couldn't resist these charming little dogs, and so the Maltese's tale of love, loyalty, and companionship continued to spread, making them stars of history. Maltese dog through turbulent times. During the chaotic times after the Roman Empire fell, which lasted about 600 years, life was pretty rough. There was constant fighting, corruption, and no real order. But amidst all this chaos, the Maltese dog managed to survive and even thrive. These dogs had been traded in the Far East since the days of the Phoenicians, so they were safe from the troubles of Western civilization. In places like China, breeders kept the Maltese going and even improved it by mixing it with other Eastern breeds like the Tibetan Terrier. By the time Europe started to get back on its feet, the Maltese was ready to reclaim its place as a beloved pet of the nobility. Then came the Renaissance, a time of rediscovery and revival. Along with art and philosophy, people revived practical skills like farming and animal husbandry. Dog breeding became popular again, and Maltese dogs became not only beloved pets, but also served practical purposes, like soothing stomach pains and keeping beds free of fleas. When people of Malta started trading, the Maltese went with them to different places, and as they traveled, people loved them more and more. In ancient Egypt, Maltese dogs were super popular, especially among women who lived in special places called harems. People in Egypt thought these dogs had magical healing powers, so they kept Maltese puppies close to them when they went to sleep. They believed that having a Maltese nearby could make them healthier and even keep them safe through the night. Even ancient artifacts from Fayum, Egypt, dating back to 600 to 300 BC, depict images of Maltese dogs, which shows their esteemed status among the ancient Egyptians. These little fluffy pups became like precious treasures, cherished for their believed ability to bring comfort and wellness to those who cared for them. Maltese dogs in royal courts and beyond. In the 1500s, some Maltese dogs traveled to Britain, but they didn't all have the white fur we know today. Queens really liked these little dogs and treated them like kings and queens themselves. Having a Maltese showed you were super rich and important. During Elizabethan times, which was in the late 16th century, the Maltese dog gained significant popularity in England too. Notably, Queen Elizabeth I and Mary, Queen of Scots, were among the distinguished owners of Maltese dogs during this period. Life in royal courts could be tough, with lots of tricky plans and sad endings. Legend has it that when Mary, Queen of Scots was executed in 1587, her Maltese dog was just right there. The dog was so sad after she died that it passed away too. There's also another sad story about a Maltese from post-revolution Paris. When Marie Antoinette faced the guillotine, which was a device used for executions in France, her loyal Maltese dog couldn't bear the thought of life without her and jumped from the Saint Michel Bridge. Their breeding and refinement. In the 1600s and 1700s, the Maltese dog's history saw significant developments. Records indicate a noticeable decrease in size and build, with descriptions suggesting the Maltese dogs were about the size of squirrels during this period. It was during these centuries that breeders likely continued to refine the Maltese breed by introducing light-colored poodles and possibly miniature spaniels into their bloodlines. This crossbreeding process aimed to enhance certain desirable traits while maintaining the breed's distinctive characteristics. Interestingly, the lemon and tan markings observed in some Maltese dogs are believed to be inherited from poodle-colored genes. This genetic influence adds an intriguing aspect to the breed's diverse coat colors and patterns. As the 18th century neared its end, the Maltese breed faced a puzzling dilemma. There were reportedly up to 9 different variations of these adorable pups, making it quite a challenge to establish a consistent standard. Surprisingly, not all Maltese dogs sported the familiar, all-white coats we're accustomed to seeing. Believe it or not, until around 1913 in England, and possibly as late as 1950 in Australia, Maltese pups with coats featuring 2 colors, or solid colors other than white, were perfectly acceptable in dog shows. Back then, there were even separate categories for white-coated and non-white-coated Maltese dogs. Maltese dogs move into the United States. During the 1800s, the Maltese made its way to the United States, where it quickly won the hearts of many dog enthusiasts. At the inaugural Westminster Dog Show held in New York in 1877, a Maltese lion dog was showcased. By 1888, this charming breed was officially recognized by the American Kennel Club, alongside 6 other breeds, including the Airedale Terrier, the Dalmatian, the Japanese Chin, the Old English Sheepdog, the Pomeranian, and the Welsh Terrier. In the early 1960s, there were 2 big Maltese clubs, the Maltese Dog Club of America and the Maltese Dog Fanciers of America. But in 1962, they joined forces and became one super club recognized by the AKC, called the American Maltese Association. This was a pretty big deal. While the Maltese remains a beloved breed, its popularity has seen some fluctuations over the years. In the early 2000s, they had a respectable position in the rankings, but their standing has shifted slightly since then. For instance, in 2006, they held the 18th spot, followed by 19th in 2007 and 21st in 2008. And by 2012, they had slipped to 25th place and further to 27th in 2013. However, recent data from Fédération Cynologique Internationale places them at the 20th spot, showing its enduring appeal despite variations in rankings. So there you have it, the incredible story of the Maltese, a breed with a history as rich and luxurious as their flowing white fur. But the adventure does not just end here. The Maltese still continues to be a beloved companion today. So the question is, would you ever consider adding one of these fluffy charmers to your family? Think about it. They might not be magical healers like the Egyptians believed, but their loyalty, affection, and playful personalities are pretty darn close. Let us know, what surprised you the most about the history of the Maltese? Did you learn something new about these adorable little dogs? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching.